Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to share with you a new powder foundation. It's kind of gone viral, and just about every product that Natasha Denona releases goes viral. So I love the brand myself. I really truly do. Especially her eyeshadows. I think they're so beautiful. You can't go wrong. I have never picked up a palette that I have been disappointed with, and I truly do enjoy her brand. Now this powder foundation, it is beautiful. The packaging feels like, you know, the top to the concealer that she has. It's like the same color, the same kind of material. It's like, it's plastic, but it almost feels kind of velvety. It's beautiful. It has the ND on here. It has a beautiful mirror. And then this is the foundation. And underneath, it has a little sponge. And then also has vents so that if this is humid or wet or whatever, it gets some air and it can dry out. So I have used this numerous times. I do have some thoughts on it. And today's video is going to be a little different than most of the videos out there. I want to compare it to my favorite affordable powder foundation. And I want to see, is it really worth spending the extra money for this one from Natasha Denona? Or is it going to do just as good of a job? Or is this going to be better than the Natasha Denona at a fraction of the price? This is $20. And I also have Jen Phelps code, so you can get 15% off of this. So it would turn out to be like, what, $17.50 or something like that. This is a really good foundation. This is the second one. I already went through one. I panned it and then I purchased it again. And this one doesn't bring the little sponge, but it's okay. It has a mirror. It has a little lid that keeps it, you know, I don't think, maybe it did bring a little sponge or something. I don't really use those, so it could be, it's possible that I could have gotten rid of it. I will put a note up here if it does bring like a little sponge. I have this one in 225 neutral, and this one is an N4, N5. So I would assume it's neutral and it covers both of those. So I have thoughts. I definitely have thoughts on this. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I have all of my skincare on. I don't have SPF on today because I'm not going anywhere and it's super cloudy outside. It looks, we're supposed to be having thunderstorms today. So I'm not going to put anything like that on today. And I didn't use a primer because one of the things I love about powder foundations is that to me, they are very blurring. And I love that because I have very large pores, and anything that makes them look a little nicer, I love. So I'm going to go ahead and use this is a Dermatology Luminous Eye Corrector, and this has SPF 41. And this is in the shade, let me put it on my hand, I'll be able to tell you. This is medium. I have it in medium and I have it in light. So I'm going to use a mirror from here to apply it. And this is so good. And I love the fact that it has SPF. Because anything that we can use, right, to help us with the sun protection, I'll take it. This is very liquidy. It's a very thin formula. And it works under any concealer that you use. So it's really nice. I really like it. You guys hear music in the background. My husband is outside doing yard work. And he does have the radio on. Hopefully it's not loud enough that you guys can hear it. Or that I can get demonetized for having music. I don't think so. I can barely hear it. But just in case you hear any kind of little music in the background. Okay, so I let that dry for like a minute or so because it is, like I said, very thin consistency. And I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer. And this is in the shade 2N1 as my concealer today. And this is more of a medium coverage concealer. But if you're wearing a corrector, it works. I can, you know, I can make it work. And I really do enjoy Laura Mercier products. So I'm going to let that sit for like a few seconds and then blend it in. Alright, so I'm going to use the Moira foundation on my right side of my face, and I'm going to use a Natasha Denona on the left side of the face. And we're going to start with the Natasha Denona. Now, to tell you the truth, I really don't like applying my powder foundations with any kind of a puff or a sponge. I like using a brush. So today I want to use it the way that I always apply it. And I'm going to use on the left side the BK Beauty 103. I'm just going to pick up some product. This is very powdery, by the way. And I'm going to start putting it on my face. I'm going to try to stay away from the concealer. I'm going to try to do it like down here right now. I feel like this is a light medium coverage. I don't really think it's, let's do the concealer because I want to make a mess. I don't feel that is like a full medium, or you know, that it gives you amazing coverage. It does a good job. I do like it, but I will give you all my thoughts at the end of the video because I want you to see at first how everything looks. Let me put a little bit of powder. I'm going to use my Pat McGrath under my eyes. We're going to go ahead and grab some more. And I just have some lip balm on. I the Forget the Filler lip gloss, and the one I have on is the watermelon one. Okay, so let me move you guys up a little bit so you can see better. So I don't know if you can tell. You know, you can still see a lot of my hyperpigmentation. And normally when I wear this, I didn't want to do it today because I want you to see the real thing, how it really looks without, you know, any extra products. I would put a little bit of concealer there to kind of hide that. But today we're just using it as it is. And it does have like a little bit of a scent. And I don't think it's a really nice scent. I mean, it's not super strong, but you can smell it as you're putting it on. And definitely if you put your nose up to it, you can smell it. All right, so this is the Natasha Denona. Now I'm going to go to the Moira one. And for that, I am going to use, this is from Mint Cosmetics, and this is the Essential Powder. So we are going to dip in there. This one's also a little powdery, so, but I don't know if you can tell, the coverage on this one is so much better. This is a true medium to full coverage. You can build it up. What I love about powder foundation, especially in the summer, I feel like they work so well under the extreme weather in Florida, the humidity, the, you know, the heat. I really think that they last all day and they look really pretty. Now, as you can see, I didn't have to build it as much. It covers to me a lot more than the Natasha Denona does. You can still see the spots peeking through my skin, through the foundation, but I just think that it did much better at coverage. So this is what they both look like. So let me finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on this foundation. Okay, so as you can see, you can see all the pores and texture right on this side. Now we all have them. I get it. I know we do. Well, my dark eyes, I mean my dark circles are crazy. I haven't been sleeping very well. And then on this side I have them too, but I feel like they're a little more blurred than the side with the Natasha Denona. This is a Moira. I want to try to build a little bit of the concealer. My panda eyes are driving me crazy. Wow. Let me try to build that up a little bit. This is not the concealer with the most coverage either, so I should have gotten a full coverage concealer, but that's okay. I just don't always feel like wearing full coverage. But anyway, let me tell you my thoughts. I like the Natasha Denona. I do. I like it. I think it looks pretty. You know, I'm not going to send it back. I'm going to keep it. Is this something I will repurchase when I run out? No. And this powder foundation is something that I go through. I literally, it takes me forever to pan a liquid foundation, but a powder foundation, I pan all the time and I repurchase. Like I mentioned, the one from Moira, this is my second one. And I just used the other one last summer. I used it so much that I went through it. And it has quite a bit of product. This has 0.31 ounce, 9 grams. This one has, wow, big difference. Oh no, 0.44 ounce. So it brings more than the, it's 12.5 grams. So it brings more than the Moira. Okay, so you have to take that into consideration. So maybe this one, instead of 20, to make it equivalent to this, will be more like $30 compared to the $55 one. Okay, so let's say for the same amount of product, this is will be approximately $30 minus a 15% discount. But this one to me feels more like a powder more than a powder foundation. Powder foundation, and I don't mean just this one. I have the e.l.f. one. I have the one by Laura Geller. I have the one by One Size. And they all, when you put them on, they're powder, but they feel kind of creamy. And you can see that coverage go on your face. You know, and this one, when you put it on, it feels more like you're putting a powder on your face. It doesn't have that creaminess to it. You know, it doesn't have that, you know, coverage. It just feels to me like a powder with a little bit of coverage. When you sweat, this one is gone. Okay, like I said, I've worn this numerous times. It's been pretty hot. We've had days in the 90s with this foundation, and it just, when you sweat, it just, you know, even though if I'm sweating, because I do sweat, I love the summers, I love Florida, but I hate extreme heat and humidity. That just drives me crazy. In the middle of summer, I can't be outside very long because it really affects me. It makes me even feel sick at times. But if I sweat, I just go like this. I don't just wipe my face. You know, I kind of blot it, and it picks up, you know, the sweat. With this foundation, with the Moira foundation, my foundation's still there. With this one, it's gone. It's totally gone. By the end of the day, on a hot day, this foundation will be 100% gone. When I wash my face at night, there's really nothing being removed. So it's pretty. I like it. But I really don't think, for my preference, this is going to be one of my favorites. Like I said, I will use it. You can also use it as a setting powder. And I may use it as a setting powder more than anything. Maybe when I wear a low coverage skin tint, I would like to put this on top to give me a little more coverage and set my skin tint. But to use it strictly as a powder foundation, I just don't think so. And I think it's very expensive. I would 100% recommend this one. I will tell you guys, this is a beautiful powder foundation. It blurs your pores. It's long lasting. It feels creamy when you put it on. And as you saw, I had to put more on this side, on the Natasha Denona side, than on the Moira side. This one has so much better coverage. This is a true medium coverage, going to fuller, but it doesn't feel heavy on your face. Neither one of them do. I don't feel like I have anything on my face. So as far as, you know, comfortable, they both are. I'm not going to take that away, but I just think this one looks prettier. I mean, you tell me, which one do you think looks nicer on my face? Have you tried it? Have you tried this one? This one is really amazing. And if $20 is still not within your budget, the one from e.l.f. is really, really pretty. And that one I think is maybe like $8, $10, something like that. But it's a really good one. I use that one a lot also. And the one from Laura Geller, it is amazing. I love it. It's also one of my favorite ones. And she has really huge sales all the time that you can almost get it at a drugstore price. I am going to list below all of the powder foundations that I truly love, that I enjoy wearing, that I think look beautiful on the skin. And most of them are drugstore or affordable. This one, you can only get it on Amazon or on the Moira website. But it is worth it. I mean, to me, you can use the 15% off coupon on Amazon, but you can, of course, on the Moira website. So again, I'm going to list Jen Phelps' code below. All right, you guys, let me know what you think. Have you been tempted to get this? Are you getting it? Do you have it? How do you feel about it? You know, I mean, I haven't seen any reviews where the creator doesn't like it. And I like it, but it's not the greatest thing on earth. I like it. It's very nice. Again, I think it would work better over a skin tint or something like that. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. Mwah.